Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 3 with me, Flying MacGuffin, the MacGuffinstein. Anyway, um, it looks like keeping the provinces and changing our name to fit our new country type better won the voting. Now, I did write a couple of things which may or may not come to pass depending on mean times to happen and things like that. I also wrote two other decisions besides the form Celtic Union event, which that seemed to be the name which most people liked who were voting. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Well, one was release Egypt and one was release England, which included our colonies and Brittany itself. That one's not, you don't see it because I was working on it on a different page, and both of these have the same problem in that they don't have access to their military once I release them. And they're basically the same event, only one is backwards. Yeah, basically, if I release them, Egypt, they'll be called Egypt, and they'll get all of the same stuff we have, pretty much exactly the same stuff we have when we start, the same tech level, same everything, but they don't have access to any of their military, and I can't figure out why this is. Now, there's an event to create the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which in theory should be the same thing. I use that as the base for the event. However, when you create the Kingdom of Jerusalem, there's nothing really special in the event that says set this to this, but I had to do that for mine, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just missing some simple fundamental thing. But I managed to fix everything. Like if you see here, there's a whole mess of things, and if you see here, there's not really. Where is it? No, see here, there's not really anything. But it functions in exactly the same way. I release a bunch of provinces to them, and I get a bunch of prestige. It's set to 100 because I actually lose amount of prestige for each province I give up. So I actually end up losing, I think, 6. I think I'm at 115, minus 15 when I do that. So I actually lose prestige for doing that. And Egypt gets a bunch. So, yeah. It also changes their king to somebody. I was finalizing the wording when I figured out that that was happening, so I didn't really nail down the wording all too well for that. So those events are about half finished. They need finishing touches on them or anything, so I'm not going to be, focusing on them too much. They lost the voting anyway, so yeah, but I do want to have those up as options later. What we're going to do is form the Celtic Union, and I wrote some special stuff for this. It's basically, we've already got cores on all this stuff anyway. It does give us a core on Cornwall and Kent, which we probably should have anyway because England had cores on them. So yeah, but not on anything else. Like at the beginning of the game, England controls Calais and some stuff down here, but we're not gonna get that, and we're not gonna get England's cores on Barcelona area here or Actually, I don't think they ever had cores on these. Anyway, yeah. So we're not gonna get any of England's cores aside from these two because it fits what we're doing. Because this is English culture and this is English culture as well. There is no Cornish culture in the game, and I didn't feel that it really represented something important to make one province that I'm probably going to conquer pretty soon to be important enough to have their own culture. So sorry for people who wanted me to make a special culture for them. I'm not going to do that. I'm also not going to shift all of the English cultures to Breton because there are events that rely on that culture group existing. So I'm not going to do it. I think I accept all of the cultures in the English group except for Welsh, which I'm not sure if it still exists. Yes, it does. And Scottish. And Scottish, there's an event where I accept it. So yeah. I didn't think that. Yeah, Wales only has 2 provinces, and Cornwall only has 1. Scotland's important enough to get their own event. So, yeah. Also, it's like that because of the Portuguese right here are English culture. Nearly all of their provinces are English culture except for this one. Oh, and okay, most of these provinces are English. Most of their main provinces are English. So, and all of their colonies are English. So, yeah, that's the reason why I didn't do that. We accept English culture and all that stuff. And no, it's not in the event to accept the cultures either. I probably should have written that in actually. But I made a separate event for Scotland. We'll see if it pops up or not. Because it's random. So, yeah, we're keeping everything. Now, there's a bunch of other events. I've kind of been ignoring that. We can do some of these English-type ones. But a lot of them have a technology cost. Or like a colonist cost or something. This one's actually really, really good. But, I don't want to be giving up, well, it makes my ships more expensive, and I need to be building a navy. Stability cost isn't that bad with as many temples as I have. This one I don't like, because it gives me a technology penalty, so I'm not going to do that. But we can do a whole bunch of stuff now, because of our tech level and because of stuff like that. Oddly enough, I didn't do the where we get England's techs. Because I felt that would make the game too easy. That was just a balance thing on my part. Well, because this can happen in a normal game. I just kind of wanted to make it like this for flavor purposes, and not necessarily to give myself an advantage. And getting their text is definitely an advantage. That doesn't happen if you inherit someone in game, as you saw. So yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And that required some thought on my part. I was like, thinking about it, and yeah, that's not something that I want to do. So, without further ado, we could form the Celtic Union, and this is basically the same thing as the English one, except that we gain 2 stability, and we don't get something. I forget what I didn't put on it, but instead of something, we get 2 stability. I think it's moving our slider. So yeah, I read this stuff. Basically, just describing what happened and that we got them in the United the Celtic Nations under one mighty banner. Basically, just talking about France and stuff and how much we hate France. So now we are basically the Celtic Union, and I need to save and reload because when you change your tag, weird stuff can happen. So I'll be back when that happens. Alright, so now we're back as the Celtic Union. As you can see, it basically just switches all of our stuff. And gives us this nice nifty new flag, which I created, and it's my avatar on YouTube right now. As you can see, it doesn't look so stretched out when I do that because I made it wider. But now we are this nice dark red color. I did that. Well, this is the color that the United Kingdom has. So I decided, since this basically replaces the United Kingdom, we would just be the United Kingdom. So yeah. I don't think we have the luck tag though. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on, but yeah, because it'd just make everything easier. Because I think it was on random, it may have put it on us anyway though, when we change tags. So yeah, okay, now we could just act normally now. And I don't exactly remember what we were doing at the time. I know we were increasing our stability because, yeah, stability good. And we were going to plan to build up our army. Before I do that, though, I want to get some more land tech. I believe I get a new unit, yes, at 11 land tech. So I'm going to do that after I get my stability, which is going to be in December. So yeah. Also, I'm going to get a core in Neve Nayanet here. So in 1515, oh yeah, it is 1515, but the 18th of November, so the end of November, because that's the way it works. And apparently I had sent some duders over here, but I hadn't do them. Our colonial range is much closer now, but that's hardly going to matter in a couple of months because Ireland will no longer be relevant, or Iceland, I think, is actually where it's measuring from. Yeah, Reykjavik, which is in Iceland. So yeah, that's not going to matter because once we get this, we'll be able to colonize pretty much the entire east coast, probably down to about here, maybe. So yeah, I think I can already colonize some of these islands. I'm gonna think about doing those, but I don't know. I think I want to finish my colonies up here first, because this is the area where I was kind of focused on, and this is New Brittany, so we should make it even more Brittany-ish, Celtic, since we're super Celts now. But right now I don't have my army up here to fight these duders, so I really can't do anything about that right now. Let's check our revolt map mode. No revolts here, obviously. And down here we've pretty much cured all our revolts too, because we've spread the Jesus to everyone. They like us because they have the Jesus. Now, oh, apparently that event changed everything to Breton. Okay. That's... When did that happen? It wasn't that event. Yeah, this was written before, I know. And that's all the same. Yeah, everything's the same. I don't know why that is. Huh. I'm not sure. Maybe because I killed their group and killed their group? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go back and see when that happened. So I'll be back in a minute. Well, it appears as though when I convert their religion, their culture changes as well. Because I didn't do anything special, so I have no idea why it changed. But when I looked at the save file, it basically said that it changed as soon as the religion changed. So that may be a new world thing, that when you convert culture, you convert when you convert their religion, you convert their culture, which is why there is very little revolt risk here. And in fact, the only revolt risk is nationalism, which is based on a revolt thingy that happened a while ago, where I didn't have forts on the provinces. So there's that. Yeah. I also kind of cheated and saw that Portugal has a thing down here. So yeah. They've started colonizing 2 places. So yeah, we're the only ones colonizing right now. So pretty much, we're the Spanish and they're the Portuguese. They're still Portugal is still Portugal. Big surprise, and they did not pick up Quest for the New World as their 3rd thing, because I don't know. They're set to pick that up like Castile, but they're not doing it. So yeah, and there's very little chance they're going to unite Spain with, you know, Portugal and France being all about everything. So especially France. And Sweden, I guess. Does Sweden have Quest for the New World? They don't. I know they can get it. It's on it's on their list. So is it for Denmark and these places too. Most of these places I'm talking about are dead though. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if they can get it either. They don't have it, but I don't know if they can get it. Anyway, derp derp. Because I have been getting complaints about me not doing anything in the East because of various things I haven't been doing in the East. And when I tried, I failed, so I'm a big herp derp. But, yeah, I have to wait for the truce with them to go away before I try again. This time I won't do something stupid, and this time I'll have a bigger army with me. And I'll have an army here to defend. So, yeah, our situation with money is now extremely good. It's really hard for me to basically show that, but we're getting a lot of money per year. And we would be getting even more if I was just England. I did tests with me just being England and me just being Egypt, and England was definitely ahead. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, pirates. Which pirates? Okay, so Portugal will take care of that, or else. Yeah, one of the things I should do is pull my armies from these disparate regions. Oh, also one of the things I was going to do is build troops here. Now, because England still technically has a core here... Stop it. Yeah, because they have a core here, I can build England's troops. So I can build these Landesnecht guys. They still don't have this. They still have the same type of cavalry. So I'll build a bunch of these. Yeah, they can still build caravels. Because I'm building carracks, so I'll let those finish and then build some more of these Landesnechts dudes. And those will finish pretty quickly. And I'll just sit them there for a while. I don't think I get any special units. Oh, I can get these dudes too. Are these guys better or worse? They are worse. I don't know. I like the Landesnechts better. I think I can choose which one I want when that comes up. Okay, so I got a reconquest Casus Belli on Cornwall. Cornwall only has 2,000 dudes, so I could do it right now if I really wanted to. Right, and that's something else I wanted to do. Build more ships. As you can see here, I can't build the caravels like I can here. So I've got one caravel right now. So move that down here. England was building them. I knew that. And I think this is actually... Oh, that's Scottish. Okay, I thought it was Swedish or something. Norwegian. There were a couple provinces that were Norwegian. But I don't remember which. They're not anymore. Okay. So, yeah. Build some ships. What is my numbers at? Look at that support limit. Oh my god. I could actually, like... build a bigger army than France now. But I need more ships. Are you building a ship? Yes, you are. You keep doing that. Are you building a ship? You are. So they can keep doing that. I didn't know if I ordered them to or if England ordered them to, but they can keep doing that. I think I'm going to need more cogs. Put a few barks. Barks are cheap. And I'll build some cavalries here since it's the same. Oh wow! Why can I do that? Because France has a core there. Okay. I'll build some Landesnechts here too. Three of them. I'm gonna build some cavalries here. Alright, that should be enough. Hopefully we're not losing money now. Oh, we got a colonist. I'm I don't trust that. That should be alright. So we'll do that. Believe me, if I could colonize Australia, I would. But I can't. And it's not letting me click the map again. I'm getting that lag again. Okay. Okay. The diabolic influence of the Papal States. Damn you, Pope. You're so evil. What the hell? So yeah. Oh yeah, that's my navy. Patrolling. Because I didn't do the tech thing, I didn't normalize the relations with anyone, because I felt that that was what was balancing it out. But it was too big an advantage and not big enough of a disadvantage, so I just left it the same. Pretty much all I did was change the name of the country and give us a couple cores. It's the same thing as pretty much all of the I got another one. Another duder. And a guy to build a post office with. Okay. That'll actually finish up, which is good. So this. So these two will be finished at the end of the year. Or whenever. This will be pretty close. I'm not going to do anything with that. Can I colonize anything over here? I cannot. Ooh, but I can in 2 months. So we'll basically have the South and Canada right now, and they'll have basically like New England. I like that sound. Okay, now we can't declare war on France. Well, we can, but just not for that reason. Province decisions. So can I build a post office yet? Can. Do I have land reforms to do or anything? Gaza. Do land enclosures. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I need to do a land reform there. Okay, so I'll save it for this land reform. About the east. Well, I gotta basically wait for these guys to fall apart. That's basically the way it works. I can attack them, but there we go. We have a core here. Now what that means is, as you look here, it's 111 away instead of like 300 something. So now we can do all the way over to here. This is excellent. So let's look at these provinces. Tax 2, Tax 1, Tax 5, Tax 3, Tax 2. I believe this is basically New Orleans. So Tax 5, Tax 4, Tax 6. Whoa! I want that. That's basically like Manhattan. How wanton. Those guys are pretty beastly. Can I build my army dudes here now? I cannot. Oh, because I don't have a core. Alright, I can build them up here though. Army! Yep. Okay. So, yeah, ships. You come over here. How many guys are here? 1,000. So yeah, two units would work fine. There's no real reason to do that. Okay. Where's my conquistador at? Oh, I think he died. So. Okay. Just some dudes. put them on a ship and take them over. Yeah. So as I was saying about the East, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's necessary for us to be attacking. Like, there's the idea, well, Muslims, you know, but they're not Muslims. These are Christian types. So yeah, I mean, if they get taken over again, yeah. And there's very little reason why I can't attack India now, except that, well, this. But I want to have this first, because it's a very good landing point for me. And I think I can just march troops across that little gap. I'm not sure. I don't think I can, actually, now that I think of it. I think I tried that. Yeah, there's not a straight. So yeah, I can't do that. But what it does do is give me a little fortress here to, you know, plant troops on, so it's very hard for them to attack me. Just surround the area with boats and do it that way. Speaking of boats, I need more boats on this side. Need some cogs. But I don't have any money yet. Okay, wait 3 days. Done. Oh, cool. Our stability went up. So now we can change our... See, look how much money we got. Look at all that money. That is a lot of money. So we are now good on money. For serious. What do we get next? I think we get our next idea at 17. And we can build a textile manufactory at 13. So that's something I want to keep up. Trade, no, not really anything. Naval, okay, we want to pump naval, land, and government. Okay. 21, 17. So when is 17? October 17. That'll be 516. No, it's production, not government. So you go down. You go down. And I think we're okay on treasury. We got a lot of money. As long as I don't spend too much. Let's see. It's 12. So as long as we don't spend, as long as we have about 300, we'll have a little bit of leeway to do things. So, yeah. Are you done marchifying down here? Oh, they are. Okay. You go here. Because I want to use my colonist. So, yeah. Oh, because of my centralization. Okay. I'm really centralized now. What's the blockade here? Ooh, some Persian dudes. Oh, that's a lot of cavalry. No, that's infantry. Second number's infantry. Maybe we will have to do something about that. He's got a lot of guys here, so probably not. Although the eastern guys are really crappy, so maybe you just keep doing your thing. Let me build a couple regiments. Oh yeah, and somebody told me that I can build workshops everywhere. Yes, I'm just stupid and didn't realize that it wasn't a thing. So you build a couple dudes there. Dudes are cheap, and I can't build anything but crappy natives there, so I'm not gonna do that. See, look, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I have a big old army here. I do. That's a new army too, I think. I think I built that fairly recently. You can use a couple new regiments. And some cogs. And Build another colony. You can build a carrot. Okay. So we want to have a big, robust navy for taking over that place.